Good afternoon, my friends. So today I'm in Madania, the neighborhood of Algiers where the Martyrs Memorial is located. Okay, so let's circle this roundabout in order to show you this old neighborhood with what's left of its beautiful houses. And we are going to make a road trip to Champ de Manoeuvre, or Place du 1er Mai. In other words, we are going to drive downtown and then come back here. And by the way, there is a bus station here, and people regularly take the bus or ride the bus from this place, from this very roundabout to the city center, to Champ de Manoeuvre, where there is a huge roundabout to Champ de Manoeuvre is Place du 1er Mai, by the way, okay? Or May Day Square. And alright, let's let this boy cross the road if he wants. Great, great. Local residents must be very scared for their kids, guys, because there are these wide roads here, and some drivers are just irresponsible at the speed. So they speed like hell, and well, it must be very dangerous for kids to cross the road here, kids and ladies and elderly people, you know. Anyways, so as I told you, people commute from this neighborhood to, there is an important bus stop here under this bridge on the right, and people commute between this neighborhood and Champ de Manoeuvre, or May Day Square. And that house on the right, a beautiful house with a neo-Mauresque style, is in fact Villa Susini, and it's notoriously known for having served as a torture chamber or torture center used by the French colonial army. And now there is a beautiful balcony here on the right. We are going to drive down to Champ de Manoeuvre, or May Day Square, via the street that will lead us to, I mean, on the right. So now if you want to go to Salembier, you take the left. If you want to go to Hydra, you take the left. But we are taking the right. This street here, this sloping street, that would lead us straight to Champ de Manoeuvre. We are going to turn around there, go back to our departure point, because now I've decided to film round trip videos to show you how to drive from point A to point B and then back to point A. I'm having trouble here. You can see on the top of the hill Algiers, on the top of that hill in the background, completely in the background. Be careful here, there is a dangerous bend, there is a dangerous turn. The road gets very narrow there, and I'm pretty sure that there have been accidents there. Dangerous collisions. This street here is known for, it's a L'Arbisquel, I think, Arbisquel Street, and it's known for its, in fact, not only this street, there is the other one above it, Martyrs Street, or the Martyrs Boulevard des Martyrs, and both of them are known for motorcycle shops and motorcycle spare part shops. All right, so be careful here too. This is a dangerous bend. Even on a day like this, it's Friday, almost no traffic on the streets, and it could be very dangerous to drive around here carelessly. Okay, you've got to drive slowly. There is an intersection here, and it's in fact a dangerous intersection. A car might suddenly rush out from there. I mean, from just any part around here. It's a main road, but it's very narrow. I mean, by the standards of a main road, even by the standards of Algiers. And that is the El Harsha Sports Complex over there. Looks like a flying saucer, a big flying saucer. Modern architecture, built I think in the 1970s. And they organize international sporting events here, like you know, martial arts sporting events, as well as basketball and handball and volleyball sporting events, indoor events. There is also a swimming pool here, and there are martial arts teams that train here at this center. So now, just look at this as we are approaching Champ de Manoeuvre, or Mayday Square. So now, if you want to go to Salembier, you take the left, but we are taking the right. Everything on our right is part of the Belouizdad municipality, or so I think. And this is Belouizdad Street, Mohammed Belouizdad Street, one of the main streets here in Algiers. Okay, so easy because it's a main street. This one is a truly main street. It's wide and heavily traveled. And now it's a little bit tricky here. This is the turn that I need to take in order to enter Mayday Square. Okay, so let's take another left. Now we have entered the Mayday Square area. There is a park here on the right. It's extremely difficult to find a parking spot around here. Just look at that guy, he's double parked, probably waiting for someone to leave their parking spot in order for them to occupy it, take it. Anyway, so now we are entering the Mayday Square itself, I mean Mayday Square proper. In fact, it's not here, I don't know. This is one of the main roundabouts. But Mayday Square, I mean, the place they officially call Place du 1er Mai is over there. It's on the left. So on the right there is a bus stop known as Isat Idir. There is also a subway station known by the same name. There is a subway station here too, and a bus station on our right. Sorry, on our left. And this one on our right is another smaller bus station, and there is a gas station over there, and this is 1er Mai, La Place du 1er Mai, or Mayday Square, or 1er Mai Square, or May the 1st Square. Anyways, so there is a beautiful roundabout here with a fountain, and Central Algiers is on the right, or the remainder of Central Algiers. That's the hospital, the main hospital of Algiers, known as Mustafa Basha. And now we're going to take a different route in order to go back to Salembier, or Madania, formerly known as Salembier. So the subway station is here, the bus station is here on the left. Now we are running on we are driving with Mohammed Belouizdad Street again. Now what we are going to do is return to Madania. This is a one-way street, and I'm driving towards Gharmoul Street. So the street we came from is over there, it's straight away, it's straight ahead. And the Harsha complex is there on the left. And now we are taking Gharmoul Street, driving Gharmoul Street in order to go back to Madania. I could take, I mean, I can take Arabi Zakat Street again, but I prefer to take another route, just in order to make you discover a little bit more about Algiers. There is a big market here on the right, the Ali Millah market, and the big shopping mall, clothing shopping mall, known as Le Bazar. And here there is a pizzeria known as Hollywood Pizza. I've been told that it's a good one. I mean, they serve good pizza there. All right, so now we're driving through Ramul Street, also known as Bobbio, this area. And this area is serviced by both the government buses, state-owned buses, and you know, public buses, I mean, and private buses. If you want to go to Diduş, you can take the right. And by the way, I think that there is a bus that services. Yes, I'm not sure whether the Al Madania public bus drives through this street, but I think that yes, it does. When I was a kid, that was the street, this street was part of the route taken by the Al Madania bus to go from Champ de Manoeuvre to Al Madania. And now it's a little bit tricky here. We're taking the left, and Diduş Morat, by the way, is on the right. And this the street we're entering now is Franklin Roosevelt Street. Franklin Roosevelt Street, and right in front of us, the Western Saharan Embassy, the Embassy of Western Sahara, a nation that's fighting for the full recognition of its independence, and it's of course supported by the international community. Its land is illegally occupied by Morocco. Since it has been illegally occupied by Morocco since 1975, so Algeria is actively supporting the Sahrawi cause, or the cause of the Sahrawi people, to gain their full independence and restore full independence over their territory. Tilimili is on the right, guys, and now we are in the area of the Palace of the People, the Palace of the People, or the People's Palace. She's on the left. And this is, I mean, we are still on Franklin Roosevelt Street, named after Franklin Roosevelt, a former US president who served 3 terms as a US president. So now if you want to go to Algiers, you take the right, but we are returning to Al Madania. Therefore, we are taking this underpass. This underpass is wonderfully illuminated with these LED lights, LED lights. Alright, so now we're in the vicinity of the St. George's Hotel, or Hotel St. George, or the Algiers Hotel. It's now officially known as Algiers Hotel. It's on the right. It's a beautiful hotel, and an old one. Now, this is where we need to turn left. There is a stop line here, so I need to stop and wait for oncoming traffic to finish. And now it's time for me to go. And now I'm entering the Martyrs Boulevard, le Boulevard des Martyrs, on my way back to Al Madania. Took me something like 13 minutes to 14 minutes to drive as far as here. And by the way, this is the headquarters of the Algerian radio and television, the public radio and television of Algeria, which runs several stations, both national, regional, and international, or satellite channels. And there is a hotel there, a beautiful hotel known as Dar Diaf, or the guest house, beautifully named, and it's also built in Islamic architecture, in an Islamic architectural style. So this is Martyrs Boulevard, and this is the one of the most beautiful here in Algiers. Probably built before even the country got its independence, but it's very small by Algiers standards today. The neighborhood on my right is known as Le Golf or Madania. Madania. Sometimes traffic is caused here by buses, by public buses, because they are huge, and sometimes some people are double parked, therefore they disrupt traffic, and those buses have to stop and wait for those people to, you know, come and take their cars. There is a beautiful balcony here on the left. You can see central Algiers, Champ de Manoeuvre. It overlooks Champ de Manoeuvre, and also the part of the Algiers Bay. You can see the sea from here. It's very beautiful. There is a street here known as Tazir Basha Street, and it goes all the way to another street over there in Le Golf. And in case, I mean, sometimes when I get stuck in traffic here, I would take that street in order to get away from all this area, in order to leave all this area. There is another balcony here on the left, so you could walk this street, and in order to see Algiers, or admire Algiers from a very high place. This street is very high and it overlooks the sea. It's very beautiful. Now, you must have guessed it, that's the villa I told you about, Villa Susini, that served as a torture center. It was used as a torture center by the French colonial army, where back to the neighborhood, or back in the neighborhood where we started our video. I'm going to drive on, and by the way, that apartment complex on my left, that building here on my left, is part of the Confort apartment complex, with its very narrow apartments, small buildings, just 3 to 4 floor buildings, apartment buildings, and they are beautiful. There is a balcony there, by the way. There is a balcony there, and they are adjacent to the Martyrs Memorial. Okay, guys, so we're approaching the central part of Madania, and it's roundabout there. You've got to drive carefully, even on a weekend day. In fact, especially on a weekend day, you can see that guy, he's making that dangerous move. See, backing his mini truck in the middle of a roundabout. Okay, you have the right of way. Alright guys, so this is the end of our trip. It only took us 18 minutes in order to complete this circle, this round trip. I hope you liked my video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notifications button in order to receive notifications on more videos like these. Drive safely, visit Algiers, take care of yourselves, and goodbye.